Toastmaster Geethika, eating too much mean can cause mid-sweats. Over to you.
Good evening, all the Toastmasters who are present today. So, as you can see me, you can believe that I do eat too much. So when you eat too much, as Joy always says, it can increase the amount of meat sweat. Now, as Joy always says in the TV series, Joy doesn't share food. And so does Geethika. He does not share food. Okay? When it comes to food, it has a special place in my heart, as the same way Joy has for sandwiches. I do have a special place for burgers. Now, when we eat too much and we don't exercise at all, we do have sweating come in a lot, right? That is what I meant by meat sweats, and that is what also Joy means by meat sweats. So, eating too much can cause it as well. But I believe you do live only once in your lifetime, right? You can't be always stuck to broccolis and veggies 24/7. So, in a time, you should also be prepared enough for a good meal of sandwiches. And that, in that case, me and Joy can relate so much in a high exist. To talk about more about relatives between Joy and myself, now there's a group of sets of friends that I have since grade 7. Now we all 7 of us is a huge fan of Friends. Now in that character, in that scenario also, we keep each other characters saying you're Chandler, you're Monica, you're Rachel, and so on. There also I'm Joy because I eat too much and I sweat a lot. Because as you can see me, I do not exercise. I end up eating all the burgers and all the meat that I eat. So it is important for you to exercise as well, but in the meantime, enjoy your life. Over to you, the
Thank you, Madam General Evaluator. Oh my God, Toastmaster Kavisha, a life with no regrets. What a speech. I honestly loved your speech, and I'm sure you kept the attention of everyone throughout your speech from the start to the end. And let me give you your points of the points you excelled at and the points that you need to improve on. So starting off, your structure. You followed more of a chronological order throughout your speech. And that was actually really nice because so that you can tell your whole life story along with achieving your purpose statement. And also you had some interesting conversations throughout your speech, and you moved from one side to another, and your stage usage was really good, even though the space was little, but you managed to use it efficiently, appropriate to your speech. And then you had some interesting take-home messages as well, along with your life experiences. Now, using your life experiences is a really good technique, and that is also something mandatory in your speech. And I think you excelled at it. Throughout your speech, you had your own life experiences, starting off with how your school van uncle left you one day, and also very tricky of you where you put one day people will leave you after that, and you gave a nice take-home message along with that life experience as well. And also how you told that it was a turning point. And another thing is how you use the pandemic situation into your speech. So I think this is something that every one of us can relate. And most importantly, how we were craving to have vacations, but right now we are stuck at home waiting to go to university and waiting to meet our friends. So that is very relatable. So your entire speech was very relatable to every one of us. And most importantly, very interesting. And you had your hand gestures along with how you acted out your various points. And let me give some points of improvement for you. Now, your camera positioning, I would suggest you to have it a bit more higher so that we can see your entire body. Like I said, you had your hand gestures, but it was not very visible because of the positioning you had in your camera. And also in your speech, even though you used conversations, I did not see you using proper voice variations. So if you can improve on your voice variations, I think you can act it out really well, your conversations. And also another thing is that when structuring, it was in a nice chronological order, but if you can give a nice intro and a conclusion, I think you can have a proper structure and your structure will be on point. So overall, good job, Tavisha. I loved your speech, starting from the content and how it was relatable to each one of us. And in conclusion, please work on your points of improvement. I can see a great speaker in you. So, and congratulations on completing your project. And back to you, Toastmaster.